TPE Network. Fun yet informative podcasts.
Hello and welcome to Mouse House Plus, brought to you by TPEnetwork.com. I'm Hank.
And I'm John.
And we're your hosts, and we're getting primed up for the Loki series. I'm super stoked about that.
Yep, same here. Can't wait for the nonsense.
With that being said, we're going to just kind of have a little fun here and kind of how we teed up WandaVision. And we are just going to talk about what we want to see and stuff like that. So away we go. Where do you predict the Loki series will rank compared to the other series that we've seen already? We're just spitballing here, predictions.
Okay, so this is going to go one of two ways, or actually it might even go both ways. So it's going to do better than all the other ones because it's Loki, and everybody is such a fan of Loki that it's going to just trump everything outside of whatever the story could be. And then there is the entire story that's going on, and maybe everyone's going to completely just fall in love with the series because it's a fresh new series that we get to deal with alternate realities and timelines and whatnot. So, or both of them come together. So I'm pretty sure this is going to rank over everybody else just because it's Loki. I mean, it's too many people like him.
I couldn't agree more. I think Tom Hiddleston just kills it since day one. People rooted for him when he was a bad guy, let alone if he's kind of like an anti-hero here. And, man, he's going to kill this. This will be a slam dunk, and it'll easily be the most watched of all of them.
I mean, I've been reading nothing but article after article about how basically he sat down the entire staff for Loki to basically give everyone the background and history lesson on Loki, just so they can get into his headspace. And he's done this to so many people. So it's Tom Hiddleston's it's him. He's basically he is Loki. He is 100% in on it, and he will tell every single person all the information they need just so they can make sure that every single thing that they do is in the right headspace that is Loki.
I love it. The Loki series will be a success if blank.
Oh, I don't think there is an if to that. I just think it's going to be a success. I mean, it's the only way that it could not be a success.
We'll get to that. We'll get
Okay. So if it can be a success, if Loki is in every episode, that's an easy one.
I would say it's a success if it does what the others have failed to do, which is to tie in to the larger overarching story on screen, not just figuratively, but actually, oh, so-and-so is on this episode. Oh, this is crazy. If they are able to do that, freaking walk-off home run. Now we'll get to what you wanted to say. The Loki series will be a disappointment if blank.
If he basically just does nothing for an entire a series, but I mean that's impossible. I mean he's all over the place. We're talking about the ADD character of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You can't be happy with one thing. It's just all over the place.
I think it would be a disappointment if they don't make him smart. You know how some series will make somebody who's super smart, they nerf them in order to have it be, feasible that whoever they're up against is pulling the strings or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I hope they don't go that route. I hope they think they have everything covered, but he's still 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 steps ahead of them. If they do that, I will have no worries. But if they make him all I'm a step slow, I'll be really disappointed.
Well, and I see that actually happening because, that's one of his gimmicks is that he always acts like he is ahead of everybody when it comes to plans. But I have a feeling that with, the time variance group, or wait, what's the A stand for? Time variant
authority, is it?
Authority? But
I can't remember.
I can't see how they wouldn't know something like that was going to happen, considering that's kind of what they do.
Right.
So I feel that it's going to be him acting like he is 10 steps ahead of everyone for a large portion of the show until we get to the where we come to realize that he is a pawn and he's not making other people pawns in his scheme, and that all this other group is ahead of him.
Yeah. Yes. Your jaw will drop if they do blank in this series?
They go back and they revisit the first Avengers movie.
Oh
So
my gosh.
putting him back in to actually be in prison, which means that they would have to almost like redo the ending of that, which means that they'd have to bring everyone in to do that.
Oh man, that would be astonishing. If they have any of the main Avengers characters in this with fresh material, my jaw is going to drop.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope they're going that direction. I really, truly hope they go that direction with new material, not just spliced in.
Yep.
All right. Do you think this Loki will be reunited with Thor and or the Avengers in a future series or movie? So this threaded version of Loki who has changed, been altered, whatever you, and then he goes on to be in a movie on the good side, so to speak. Could you see that happening?
Yeah, I could see that happening. I mean, what I'd like to see actually is him run into himself.
That would be cool. And then what if he says, Avengers, assemble? I'd probably fall over in laughter and tears, but it would be great.
I mean, it really all depends on how they're going to play this series out, because if he has control of a lot of the stuff that he does, I mean, God knows where they can go with this. He's been in so much stuff. But, you know, if he is not in control, which, I mean, I feel that a large portion of this movie, he's not going to be in control. That, or not, what am I saying? Movie, sorry, series. That, he's basically along for the ride. So it's wherever we want him to go. But I have a feeling that at some point in time, he's going to be in control.
And do you think that we could get that Thor Loki reunion, and Thor would have knowledge that technically he wouldn't have, right? The variant wouldn't have like some of the redemptive arc stuff. And so he hugs him and he's like, what? Could you see that?
Yeah, I can see that.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, especially right now with Chris Hemsworth's Hulk Hogan arms.
He's gigantic, man.
Yeah. You see that? You see that Hulk Hogan actually commented on him on Twitter?
No.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what he said. He said he's got some pythons there, brother.
I did see a meme where it said he skipped leg day and his legs were all little.
wait! Isn't that Jason Momoa commercial where like he goes to his house and he starts taking off like his muscles, his hair? Yeah,
that is outstanding. I guess the last Loki question I really want to ask is, how do you expect the season of this overall series to end? Just this season one.
Oh, that is
the $1 million question.
So far they've done a good job with us having a lot of speculation. I mean, let's go back to WandaVision and say that Mephisto was supposed to be the bad guy all the way to the end when he he wasn't.
Right.
So, and I mean, and here is like, you know, with Captain America and the Winter Soldier, you know, as we're calling it now, you know, I felt that there would probably been even more like an even bigger showdown with U.S. Agent at the end there, and it really wasn't. So I don't even know. I mean, considering as soon as you throw in time travel and you throw in a group that's basically kind of like on the inside, not really supposed to be there, it could go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I can't even come up with a proper prediction.
I don't know, because you got to give us enough to continue on. So maybe at the end, he willingly is like, you know what, I'm going to help you.
Well, I mean, I think that if we get to the end, that's going to be like he has to, because if he doesn't help, then he doesn't exist anymore.
Allegedly. But there's got to be loopholes to that.
Well, I mean, there are different versions and different realities, but the downside is that he'd have to interrupt that reality and replace the one in that reality. So, like, you know, it's not like he doesn't already exist in these, so he can't really go in and intrude on his own business, but he probably will, and that would make for great TV.
It would. It would. Any other stuff on the Loki series itself that you want to kind of spitball or talk about?
I mean, I can't wait to start going through some of this silliness with the TVA, because like I keep watching the trailers for it, and it looks like it's going to be absolute torture for Tom Hiddleston's character to have to go through most of that. I mean, it looks so funny. Or I mean, and yeah, I mean, again, it's just a trailer. He's like, "Yeah, you can trust me," and he's like, "You've literally backstabbed everyone that you've known." he's like, okay, well, I'm not going to now.
It's like that is epic because it's true. It's funny because it's true.
Yep.
We have decided, correct, on our day. You want to announce our day of the week we'll be recording?
Sure. Friday afternoon/evening.
Yes. So I think that's going to give us plenty enough time to get the episode viewed, and if somebody wants to send in feedback, you'll be able to do so. Just deadline would have to be by 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just so we can get it into the correct show and not have to roll it into a next episode or anything.
Question: do you know how long these episodes are going to be?
I have been trying to dig in and do some research, but it seems like so far what I'm coming up with is like a combination between Falcon and the Winter Soldier and WandaVision. So some on the shorter side and then some on the longer side, allegedly.
So like 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah, allegedly.
All right.
But we'll see how they cut it, because you never know. I take a lot of people's speculation with a grain of salt now, just because they'll say they have an inside source that told them, so-and-so was going to appear in Captain America and the Winter Soldier is the new title, and you're like, no, that didn't happen. So your source was wrong and blah, blah, blah. So I've been kind of dialing it back on some of these other source outlets, because they're just trying to get clicks mostly. I think.
Yep.
clicks and views. We're just actually spitballing and just guessing and hoping and stuff like that. I think it's more fun to speculate than it is to run with stuff and say it's legit and it's not.
Oh, I mean, if you're still upset about Sharon Carter being the power broker, I mean, you can just say it.
Like I said, and it's not. You get it? And it's not. Which brings me to the other day, Russ, who was the only person that stood with me, came into the live stream last Thursday, and we lamented over the power broker situation for a moment, but as he said in the chat that night, we will be vindicated. But until then, she's rotting in jail until then.
But she's not in jail. What are you talking about?
Figuratively, because I lost the case. So figuratively, she's in jail. Until that. It was fun though.
Yep.
All right. Anything else, John?
No. We're just boning up for this the Loki series. I can't wait, man. It's going to be great.
Only other thing I want to quickly run by you is, do they ever say how long it's going to be after that series before we get whatever is going to be next?
No, but I mean, they're only running with maybe
6.
a 1 week gap. No, because they're still doing the Bad Batch at the same time right now as
true.
Wow.
True. Yeah. So I'm pulling double duty.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I like that. I like staying busy.
I mean, fortunately, the one's only 30 minutes long, so it's not like it's all too bad. So, no. But I will admit, there's probably a lot to go over this last episode. So
there was, and that's why I'm still editing it. But yes, but on the Marvel front, I was just curious how much of a gap there was going to be. But we'll have the What If series, right?
Well, yeah, but not only that, but aren't we supposed? Hypothetically, Black Widow is supposed to be out in July, right?
Allegedly, yeah. We'll see.
So
we'll see if her fifth time's the charm.
If that happens, that'll be the July. There probably won't be anything for July because it'll just be that. And then I could see them picking back up in August with whatever the next series is.
Yeah, I think that's how it's actually going to work, because his series is only 6 episodes, so he'll go mid-July, and then that movie will take over for the next 2-3 weeks probably. They'll be hyping, and then we'll go into the What If series. I cannot wait for that. I am getting more excited for that by the moment.
Yeah, I mean, zombie world? Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I'm all in. When I saw those stories, I was like, these are some really cool stories.
Did you happen to see that they released a Lego set for the What If series with the Hulkbuster, but it was from Sakaar?
No.
So one of the what ifs
I
would
can
be
see
what happens if it wasn't Thor that went to Sakaar, if it was Tony Stark.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because you've got that entire like planet of just junk, right? So he builds like a Hulkbuster, apparently, out of at least the Lego shows it's a Hulkbuster.
That is spectacular. Yes, I've got to see this now. I'm excited now.
Yep.
All right. Anything else?
No, I don't have anything else really.
Okay. We just wanted to pop in with the short episode and get hyped for next Wednesday. Well, 1 week from Wednesday, correct? No,
Yep.
Wednesday.
No, it's this week. This Wednesday.
It is Wednesday. See, I'm already just too excited for words then. So yes, Wednesday we are going to be. Oh, this is great. And then Friday we'll be recording. So if you want to get your feedback in, tpenetwork.com/feedback. But until then, for John, I'm Hank. Until the next time, we're signing off.
Bye, everybody.
TPE Network. There ain't nothing else like it.